Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Horizons review series. Today we are reviewing episode 54 and I hope you enjoy. So we are back. This episode was crazy. We are diving back into the Lucius Terapagos plotline and I didn't expect to get this much. This week's episode follows Friede, who is doing all he can to once and for all find out exactly what is happening, researching every bit of information we have on Terapagos, on the explorers and on Rakua. Meanwhile, Orla says she is halfway done fixing the ship and she even plans to improve it, which excites me as we might be seeing a cool ship upgrade down the line. But this episode was a breath of fresh air, diving back into the storyline and spending a bit of time with Friede again after it seems like quite a while. We do see Liko, Roy and Dot in this one as well, but they played more of a minor role so we could focus on the juicy stuff. But I still enjoyed these scenes as they meet up with Anne, their classmate, and actually tell her about Terapagos and what they've been doing. Could this be a risky reveal of information? I guess we'll find out. But it was still nice to see Anne again and for Anne to recognise how far Liko has grown since episode 1 and how much more confident she looks. Meanwhile, Friede heads back to his old company Exceed, where he used to be a professor and a researcher. We meet his director Crave and he seems like a cool dude, respecting Friede's wishes to go out into the world and be more free with his research. Although I do think there could be more to this guy, being the director but seemingly not knowing much about this Eternal Blessing project Friede was asking about. Basically a top secret project that Friede heard about but never got full information for, and he thinks it connects to Rakua and Terapagos, so he wants to find out everything he can. It was really nice to see a bit of Friede's past again, seeing him meet up with old colleagues and just to see the kind of life he lived before. We even meet one of his old friends who was a fun addition to the episode, helping him get down into the basement where this Eternal Blessing is being kept. The more this investigation goes on, the more Friede comes across as a criminal, and every time a Cap either takes out a guard Pokemon or a security camera, you can see Friede just feels terrible as he didn't want to come across like this, which was actually hilarious. But the fact that guard Pokemon are there guarding a project that is said to be finished is pretty sus. Friede manages to get into the secret lab, but plot twist, the Eternal Blessing is gone. It has been taken. And in fact, it's not just called the Eternal Blessing, it is also called the Requiem, the item that Master Gibeon, leader of the Explorers, was previously said to be after. So all of these pieces are finally coming into play here. The item clearly ties into a grand plan of the Explorers and could be some sort of pathway to get to Rakua with the help of Terapagos, who knows. But straight away we find out who has actually taken the Requiem. It was Spinel, disguised as a lab worker. So he now has this item. Is he going to give it to Gibeon or does he have his own plans? This episode was wild, setting up so much story, and I love the whole mystery vibe and the importance of this one item. And the reveals didn't stop there as we cut to the Explorer's head base and finally we get a proper look at Gibeon himself, and he looks great. He has this long stern face, the dude just looks evil as hell. His clothes look similar to Lucius's outfit, so I really think they might be old friends or something. I have no idea how long this dude has been alive, but another massive reveal straight away is Gibeon is the grandfather of Amiphio, and Gibeon trusts Amiphio to get the Requiem, which we know Spinel has just taken, which just makes me think even more that Spinel has maybe changed sides. Has he left the Explorers? But Amiphio has the trust of Gibeon, and he even says he is honoured to be Gibeon's grandson and that he will be nothing like his father. This makes me think that Amiphio's dad is going to be on the good side and could end up being a major player. The episode ends with Amiphio going after Spinel, who has left the lab in a car, heading off with the Requiem. So there was just so much going on in this episode. Horizons occasionally comes at us and dumps us a bunch of information, and these episodes are usually so interesting and fun to watch. There was a lot of positives here for me. The Friede stuff was all great, learning about his old company and seeing him seek out this item. But the most insane stuff was from the Explorers. We are slowly uncovering the truth and what their leader Gibeon actually wants. It was also just nice to see a full face shot of him, seeing what he looks like and getting another look at his shiny Zygarde. I did think there was something in the Amiphio relation to Gibeon theories, and it just adds more to this dynamic. It shows why he's often the favourite and why him and Spinel are always going back and forth at each other. So that dynamic is set up even more. Just some great stuff here, and I can't wait to find out more, but I think it won't be for a while now as we're heading back to the school life. But this episode just gets me hyped for what's to come, so I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts. What is your rating out of 10? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.